Let's head over to our starter files and into our nesting conditional statements section. Here in our last example was a simple if-else to check if a condition is true. So we checked if the variable of hungry was set to true. If it was, we alerted the text of get some food. Otherwise, we get the text of maybe later. Sometimes we may want to check if more than one condition is true before running our code. For this, we can nest our if-else statements. To see this in action, I'm going to add a second variable. So let's add a second variable of craving. And I'm going to set this to pizza. Then inside of this first if section, I'm going to nest in a second if statement. So let's make some space to make this more clear. So we'll say if craving is equal to pizza. Then we can add our block of code to say alert, give me pizza. And we can also remove this alert from here too. So first we're checking if the condition is true by checking if the person is hungry. If it's true, it will then also do a second check to see if the craving is equal to pizza. And then it will say, give me pizza. Else, we'll get the text of maybe later. So let's save that and open this up in the browser and then refresh. And there's the text of give me pizza. But what if the first condition was true, of hungry, but we weren't craving pizza? So let's change this variable to something else, such as Chinese. Save that and then refresh. So we don't see any alert. This is because although hungry is set to true, craving is no longer set to pizza, therefore this alert won't run. For this case, we can also provide a else statement, which is also nested inside of here. So else, and then inside this block we can put a alert with the text of let's get some food. And remember, if we wanted to add an apostrophe in like this single quotation is the same as the two outers. So we'll need to change this to be double quotations for this to work. So we'll give that a save, and then if we go over to the browser and then reload, we'll get the text of let's get some food. This is because this if statement is originally true, so therefore it will move on to the second one here. We're not craving pizza, so we don't get this alert here. Any other value will cause the else statement to run, and then print out the text of let's get some food. And as expected, if we change hungry to be false, this if statement won't run at all. Instead, the else statement will run and we'll get the text of maybe later. So this is how we can nest if-else statements inside of others. We can go even further and nest inside of this if statement too, but generally we don't want to go too deep because this makes our code more complex and unreadable, and there's often more elegant solutions to this. This is how we can nest our conditional statements, and next up we'll take a look at else if.